Alright, where was I? Sorry, I have to do that to like clear my head. For some reason, singing really helps. Okay, so a lot was going on in the past 2 episodes. First off, you have Leo's character development. And what I think was really interesting about this, we see throughout the whole show him being this, this leader type and this very positive type. And for him, it was never the cancer that was really a problem. It was the way you have to deal with it. There is something that happens. It's like and there's not an actual name for it, but I call it like the happy sick kid syndrome, which is where people expect you to give them some kind of knowledge or enlightenment on their lives because you're going through this and it's so amazing, and how do you get out of bed in the morning, and oh, you're such an angel for living. And I think he really takes that to the extreme, and he becomes this person that makes sure no one else feels bad or sad or gets depressed. And then when he gets the diagnosis for the second time, it's like, oh shoot, now he actually has to deal with the fact that his life is never going to be normal, and that there's no real recovery for it. Even if he does get cured from the cancer, he's still going to have this life that he lived that's so different from everyone else's, and it will change him, and it has changed him. The second character that is going through life-changing events is Kara, and we start off with her in that in-between state, where she's like in the empty hospital that's now they're like in between heaven thing, which I think is really interesting that they did that. I've had a lot of, not necessarily out-of-body experiences, but I've had like hallucinations when I've been, really drugged or out of surgery or in a coma, and it's different than that. It's not so clear, it's not so focused. It's more like a foggy haze and everything is kind of going on and there's swirls and there's voices. But what I think it really showed very well was Kara's need to be kind of slapped in the face. I think it's really easy to want to give up on life, and not even because life isn't great, but because you want to have some control over your own fate. But when you have people telling you exactly what you have to do and how you have to proceed if you want to live, at some point you think, this is my body, this is my decision. And in this sense, Kara is choosing not to have a heart. But you also have to think, when are you making decisions based on your own logic and based on what you think is going to be good for you? And so it's hard to separate logic from emotion, and that's what we see. It's beautifully done for Kara and Hunter, I think, just in the setup, in the sense that someone who she cares about has to say, keep living. This is, yes, it's your decision. Don't let doctors tell you. Do it because you want to find more people to care about. Do it because there's an infinite amount of wonder, to see in the world. Okay, just the side note, let me just say, why would you go to France? I mean, I get it was cute. You wanted to make cute memories with Hunter, and it's that's cute, but like, if you could go anywhere, and you didn't have to think about like your health condition at all, go like to inside a volcano or into outer space, or go like jump from caves in Mexico, those crazy caves that you can jump down into and parachute. I mean, you can do anything. It's like lucid dreaming. Come on, girl. Come on. Whew. Moving on to Emma's character, who has spontaneously, looks exactly the same as she did before, she's all healthy again, and is wearing overalls. I was like, aw, I hope we get another episode of them looking actually sick. But her character, she has that really heartfelt confession with her mother, and she talks about when she started being anorexic, and I really wish that we'd gotten this earlier on in the show, because it tells so much about her as a human being, and gosh, Sierra, the person who plays Emma, did so well, and it was a really, really beautiful scene, and I think we understood something about how the anorexia worked for her. So we have a CF character named May, who enters in and has a thing going with Dash. I'm gonna get into that later. First of all, let's talk about May. Cute thing, I actually got to talk to the actress who played May. Super, super sweet and awesome, and really cared about her role. And she was saying that the producer had given her some of my videos to look at when she was building her character. But yeah, no, I really love May's character. The only thing that I don't love about May's character is her inability to realize that when she makes out with Dash, she's literally killing him. If they care so much about each other, they can't make out. So here's the real heartbreak about the whole CF situation. It's not just that you're putting yourself in danger. The pain of it and the true suffering of it is that you are killing the person that you care about. And I think that that's one of the hardest parts of CF, and I'm happy that they touched on it. I'm happy that they showed that that was an actual problem, and that Dash came to his senses after he coughed in an ambulance. Good job, homie. I heard that. I love Nurse Jackson's relationship with Dr. McAndrew. There's something really sweet. Like I feel like they get each other on this deep level, and you have like these moments where they'll just bond over like losing people. And speaking of losing people, Charlie, oh Charlie. I think it's interesting that they ended the whole series right where they began it, on the roof. And the whole time I was just thinking, oh my god, this is so corny, but really, it's kind of cute. But oh my god, it's so corny, but it's kind of cute. And then Charlie sang, oh, that kind of gave me goosebumps. I'm not even gonna lie, that was sweet. That was really cute. I wish that life was this poetic. So that was pretty much it for the season finale. Incredibly sweet. I'm happy. It was a wonderful adventure. I'm so happy that I got to review this. I'm so happy that I got to go and meet everyone and experience that. And it was such a bizarre thing, because I grew up thinking that I would write a TV show about what it's like to live in the hospital and the experiences and the people and the lives and how wonderful it is, because I want to convince people that it's magic in this weird way. And so I have like journals filled with like scripts and characters and all of that, and so this was always in my head, and then it was a thing on Fox and I had nothing to do with it. In a weird way, I felt kind of left out, if that makes any sense, because like this was like something that I kind of dreamed of, and then it was just happening, and yet somehow I managed to become a part of it, and I managed to feel like I was actually in it in this weird way, just because I was reviewing it, and because they were watching, and because people cared about it. And so I'm so lucky to have done this, and to have gotten to share my opinions with all of you, and force you all to listen to me talk. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, there was a new character at the end. She was pretty cool, right? I could get used to her. Can't always get what you want. Oh no, you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Oh, love. Oh,